I couldn't buy store because they were jacking my shit. I couldn't do nothing, So I was constantly ready for something. And
How
so one day, like I told you in the visit, my mom tells me because I have a broken arm and I have a fucking bloody ass black eye, right?
fuck.
And my mom's like, ¿Qué te está pasando? And I'm like, no, I just me caí, I would always lie to her and tell her
Yeah,
that I
yeah, yeah, yeah.
fell or got into some problem. There was nothing to worry about. So this day, my mom tells me, hey, you know what, mijo, pray God. Like, pray God and he's gonna stop everything. You're gonna go home. Because I was only supposed to do 2 years,
Right.
but these first 2 years were fucked up for me. So I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna do it. So I go back and I lay down on my bed and I take off my shoes, right? And I'm like, you know what? I talk to God and I tell him, hey, you know what, God? Like, I'm tired of fighting. I'm tired of dealing with these people. Like, tell these people to leave me alone. Like, I just want to fucking go home, man. And I was like, if you give me this, like, I'll forever appreciate you. Like, I'll be fucking best son you can have.
Right.
In the morning, I wake up and it feels good. I'm thinking, it's gonna be real.
Right. Right.
I go to fucking today room, everything's good. We go to school. As soon as I go to school, as soon as I pass the metal detector, I get down with one fool. Pa 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 pa. We caught a blind, which means that it's like a hiding spot from the cops where they don't see you.
Yeah, yeah.
So I walk away and I'm fucking bleeding from my nose. I'm like, fuck, man. I take off my jacket. I go into class, two vatos from Colonia right there. And they're like, hey, go in the bathroom. We got to get down. And I'm like, fuck, man. So I'm like, okay. I go to the bathroom with one of them. I go to the bathroom with the other one. Bam, we get out. I get out of class, and there in Nellis, there was something called the bin, which was a long ass hallway that the cops couldn't see in there. And
Okay.
motherfuckers would be rocking and rolling all day in there. So I'm walking in the bin, and I'm just like, fuck, man, this is already three fights. And this is not even 9, 10 in the morning. Two fools from fucking up north. They're homies, but they don't get along with, I guess they shot at me.
Right.
Like I'm with them. Bah, 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 bah. Finally, I'm coming out, and I'm already fucking fucked up. I got a bruised eye, fucked up nose from the homie from Colonia, and I'm like, fuck, man. Like I just want to go back to the cottage. Now it's
Right.
lunchtime, so I'm running back, and I'm like, fuck it. At least I'm gonna make it to the cottage. As soon as I go past the metal detectors to go to my unit, this fool goes like this, like, hey, meet me halfway.
Halfway. Yes.
So what that means is the Supermans, you have to run to them and they're
Yeah.
gonna run to you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I gotta run from one side of the fucking field to the other, and we just gotta get them up. So I'm just like, fuck, man, fuck it. And this is a big motherfucker from 18th Street, and I go, fuck it. I'm running towards this fool. Bah! This fool just, I only got dropped 3 times, knocked out, and that was one of the times I got knocked. I fucking fell on my ass, and I was like, fuck. So I'm just thinking, and in my mind, I start thinking about my prayer and all this, and I'm just like, oh, fuck this shit. So
Right.
I run to the homie from 18, and I fucking kick him in his face. Bah! Like, fuck it, I'm already fucked anyways. What the fuck?
Right.
So the Hudas, they I don't know if you remember the foggers, the
Fuck yeah.
spray.
If I hit you hard, oh my, yeah, yeah.
They fucking fogged the shit out of me. So now is my sixth fight. I get to go to the hole. I'm fucked up, and I'm just like, what the fuck? So I'm like, you know what? Fuck this. Like I give up on that shit. I was like, I'm gonna have to rock and roll all the way,
Right.
and that's what I did. I pretty much did to the point where they had no choice but to accept me. They couldn't stop me because
So
whatever they did, I was gonna fight back for it. They couldn't stop me.
how many fights would you say in that 2 year span in the youth authority did you have, if you had to guesstimate or if you know?
But the first 2 years, easy like 200, 300,
Oh Jesus.
easy.
Two or 300 fucking fights. Man,
Easy.
there's
But
professional boxers that haven't had two or 300 fights, huh, man? And
by the
you're
time I left the youth authority, I had got down. I had written them all down. I had over almost 500 fights,
really in the whole time. How much time did you end up doing it, YA?
7 years.
So you
I
went
was
in there.
only
You went in there with 2 years. The board gave you 2 years, and you ended up
I
getting.
did
You ended up
7.
coming us. You're the fucking epitome of a time bomb, homie. How it wasn't YA.
Oh, literally, I was maxed out. I
Fucking hey.
maxed out of that shit.
So what was the turning point after the 2 years that made you firme raza?
Okay, so what happened was that riot. Remember I told you that we had a riot?
Yeah.
So there was a big ass fucking riot, and it was the blacks against the Mexicans. So obviously I'm not firme, so I don't have to get in. But I start noticing how a lot of the firme raza are not getting in, and I'm like, these motherfuckers are supposed to be riding, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I see literally the negros like smashing a homie with a bed, right? And none of the firme raza are running. So I'm like, you know what, fuck this. Like I'm Mexican, so I run and I start backing up the homies. And finally, I go to the hole, and I already had been to the hole a bunch of times.
Right.
And there's a homie soldier from San Diego. There's a bunch of homies that are there that know me and respect me because they know that I'm down, but I'm not
Right.
firme. So I was like that middle point, you know.
Right. Right. Right.
So finally, they throw this big ass junta, and so there's lockup, which is TAP. That's a temporary lockup. But
Right.
when you go to Nixon, that's like a program. That means you have to do like a year,
That's
two
like a
years lockup.
YA shoe program, is what it is.
Exactly. So they give me. I was on my third Nixon program. You
Oh
know, and
fuck! You're one of those, fool. You're one of
yeah,
those.
yeah. I was fighting motherfuckers in the hole. Like you know how you come out in chains.
Yeah.
We'd have to just jump on the table and start kicking them, or just
Dude.
running to them with the shoulders. Like it was stupid. You know, I learned how to come out of my fucking handcuffs when I was in YA because you go get a paperclip, right?
Right.
So the homie, and it was funny because this vato was from Flores. We had problems, but when we got to the hole, we became cool.
That's right.
We became cool, and he showed me how to come out the cubs. And he goes, "Hey, homie, you're getting fucked up all the time." He's like, "You don't know how to come out your cubs." And I was like, "Show me." So he goes, "All right." He showed me how to get a paper clip and pick my lock.
Right.
So now when I go to program, you know, because you have people sitting down next to you in program, I
Right.
could come out the cubs and we could get them up.
How many guys would you guys come out at a time when you're in those lockup units? Program?
Depending, sometimes two, sometimes
Like
four,
four,
depending
right?
on the that's the staff,
Well,
the cop.
and those lockup programs are usually what? I think they got like a 30-day op, and then after that they got about a year they do on those things,
Yeah,
right?
they go 30 day, 90 days, 6 months, and 1 year.
Depending on how you program.
I did all those.
So because that means you
It
were in
was
there, you were
fun.
fighting all the time.
Yeah, and it was funny because after a while, the cops started liking me. You know, at first, like the first 2 years, they hated me. After a while, they'll be like, "Hey, Z man, you want?" They used to call me Z man. They'll
Right.
be like, "Hey, Z man, you want an extra plate?" I'll be like, "Hell yeah, shoot that shit." And there was this one cop, right? Because when I first went to YA, I didn't know how to fight. I didn't
Right.
know how to fight, right? And I was always getting fucked up. So this one cop, he used to be an ex-boxer, and he goes, "Hey man," he opens the door, and I think he's gonna talk shit, right? And he goes, "Know what your problem is?" I'm like, "What?" So you scared to get hit? And I was like, "I'm not scared." He goes, "I've seen you fight, man."
Ah.
And so I told him, "Well, what do I do?" And he gives me a handball, right? And I'm like, "What the fuck am I gonna do with this handball?"
Right.
And he goes, "Get this handball, and I want you to throw it against the wall all day, straight to your face." And I'm just like, "All right." So I do it, right? But what he's teaching me is
Ah.
to
Bob and
move
weave. Bob and weave.
exactly. So now when I get out from Nixon, I'm firme. Everybody heard because they had a junta back in the days. They would throw juntas, right?
Right.
Where all Mexicans would come to the door, and it's like a democracy, like they vote. So now they start talking, "Hey, you know what? This homeboy named Beaver from Northside Bowling, we want to bring him up firme. Like, does anybody have something to say?" So they had tried to do this 2 times already, and people had said no.
Wow.
So I had to get down with them and just keep mine, you know, till they said yes. So finally, on the third junta, everybody says yes. It's unanimous, right? So finally, I'm fucking firme, right? So I go
Right.
back to Jackson. They would always send me to the fucked up unit, which is Jackson, right? I
Right.
go to Jackson and I don't even unroll my mat. I don't untie my bag because I know I'm gonna get down. I
Right.
leave all my stuff on the floor. I turn off the TV and I'm like, "Hey, you know what? My name's Beer from Northside Ballin Park, and I'm fucking firme. If you got a fucking problem with that shit, fucking dead shit." So I'm thinking nobody's gonna get up. And sure enough, this Vato from Puente, he hated me. He jumps up and he's like, "Fuck that, you left. I still on mine. Let's go." So we start getting him up. Boom, 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 boom. So now I go back and I tell him I'm fucking firme. And he goes, so we get down again twice in the same day, right? And
Right.
I'm fresh out of lockup. Like I haven't even made my bed or nothing.
Right. Right. Right.
Now his homie comes out. I'm full scrappy. I get down with his homie también. Boom, boom, boom. Now they start fucking jumping me.
Oh fuck.
Right? They're jumping me and I'm like, fuck, I'm still getting them up with these fools. They send me back to lockup and I'm still feedman. So it's like, fuck it. They couldn't do shit. At the end of the day, I was fighting them to the point where they got tired of fighting me. They didn't want to fight me no more.
Because you weren't giving up none. So then after the 2 years, Jesus Christ, the probably the longest 2 years of your life, I would think, or
Oh
close
yeah,
to it.
honestly, it was.
After those 2 years, you become firme. By that time, had you already accumulated all that extra time to do the
I
7 years?
was already maxed out. I maxed out in my first 2 years.
You already had enough paperwork, level B's, homeboy, to fucking max
Yeah,
you out.
I had level B's. That's all it was. It was assault.
So,
And
so
it was funny because finally, when I went to the pro board, they had all my files reading those fights. But before I left, everybody respected me, so nobody was tripping on me no more.
right,
And the fucking cops with the pro people were like, "How the fuck did you go through this shit?"
yeah,
And,
dude.
yeah, but it
No,
happened, and
straight up, that those people that are supposed to be taking care of young guys like you, like when I was in there, they knew what the fuck was going on, homie. They're looking at this paperwork. They're like, look how many fights this kid has, man. But
yeah,
they really didn't give a fuck.
they didn't
You're just another Mexican or another black guy in there. You're a ward of the state, homeboy. You're a ward of the
yeah,
state.
that's all
Wow.
I was. They didn't give a fuck.
So
I'm telling you, there was a lot of times where they could have stopped it, and they would just let us fight.
they
They
should
just
have
let us
stopped
fight.
it.
Like, how you not gonna see me getting my ass kicked? You know?
No, not even a man, but no kid should have that happen to him, brother. No fucking way. I could see a couple fights, but after that many times, nah, they fucking know
Yeah.
what was going on, brother.
Nah, it was a lot. It was a lot. I'm telling you, and I was just like, fuck it. And it's
So
crazy because, like I told you, a lot of those people, I ended up seeing them later on in life.
yeah, so
You know,
let's
in
get over there.
prison.
Okay, so now you did what, seven in the youth authority, you said at the end. Fuck. All right. So you did your 7 years. So you're what, about 2021 when you max out?
No, 19.
Okay, you're 19. You're maxing out. How was your mindset from when you first went to YA and now that you're getting out at 19?
It's totally different. Like I didn't tolerate shit. I wasn't up for, like, you know how before you talk, like I was diplomatic in a way where I could talk with words, but I'll fucking flip
Yeah.
the script in a second.
I,
Like I
I think
wouldn't even think twice.
I think you saw it, and a lot of guys went to YA. YA was a breeding ground for killers. It ended up
Yeah,
making
literally.
it ended up making a lot of people come out very aggressive, very like you said, fucking from 1 minute to the next. You know, it's the epitome of I don't give a fuck. I think that's what YA
Yeah.
teaches you.
Oh,
So
literally.
so
Literally, that's the mentality I had. I was only out for 2 weeks. I
that
went
was my
straight to
next
prison.
question. 2 weeks,
2 weeks.
and then you get busted for what?
I get busted for armed robbery.
Oh
Me
fuck.
and my homies we were gonna rob. Look at this. This is how stupid my mind was. And I'm a man now, and I admit it. But back then, I was like, "Fuck yeah, I'm fucking down." You know, I'm
I don't give
down.
a
I'm
fuck. I
down.
don't give a fuck.
Yeah. So my homies want to fucking rob an armored truck.
All right.
I'm like, "Fuck it, let's do it. I'm down." You know, so we do it. But I think it was God, honestly. One of my homies is too high. He's high as fuck, right?
Right.
And my other homie is like, "Hey, fool, what I tell you about getting high before a fucking lick?" Like, he was totally against it.
Right. Right.
My homie gets mad, lets this fucker out. Now it's just me and my homeboy sober, you know, but we were strapped up for a lick. So my homeboy's like, "Let's fucking just rob somebody." So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's do it. I go over there, this guy comes out of the bank, we rob him, whatever. And they ended up IDing us because on my back I have a big ass bowling. So when I get into the car, the bank camera catches me switching shirts and sees the big ass
Ah,
bowling. Boom. The
done.
cops figure out they had just got out, and you know when you get out, they take pictures of your
Yeah, yeah.
tattoo.
The parole gives them out to everybody in the
Boom.
city. So,
Exactly. Yeah, I'm
so
telling you, they literally they came to my house within 2 weeks. Boom. And I could have took a deal, honestly, because I had no adult record.
right,
You know, even though I was convicted as a juvenile as an adult, I didn't have an adult record. So
yeah.
my homeboy was gonna get life. So I fucking wrote it out with him, and I took 5 years, and this fool ended up getting 20 years as a
Oh
deal.
fuck.
That was his deal because this fool had a
Lot of
lot of
priors.
yeah, a lot of priors. So we write it out, and as soon as I go to prison, I ended up going to Tracy because I had been in YA, right?
Right.
Go to Tracy, and so now this is the thing. When I was in YA, I already knew what it was, you know, to hoop something. I already knew what it was to stab somebody. Like I already had the mentality. So
You're
when
already
I
up on that game, homie.
it was like I came home. I
Right,
was
right,
ready,
right.
and I knew how to conduct myself, and I ended up hooking up with the right people. Well, actually, the wrong people, let's say. Not even, not
Yeah,
even,
yeah, yeah.
not even the right people,
Yeah, I get
honestly.
it.
But that was it. I fucking ended up. I ended up Tracy, and then I went to Corcoran, and I was in the hole for like fucking almost 4 years.
Up in the hole.
Up in
Oh,
the
so
kicking up,
how was
kicking up.
how was that time in the hole for 4 years, homie?
It was bad, man. That shit
It,
was bad.
it's a
Like I
mental
never
thing, right?
understood how I would always land into these situations. I don't
Right.
know if you remember that movie Felon. Have you seen that
Yes.
movie Felon? I
Yes.
was there when they were doing that shit.
And but you were living that fucking life.
I was living it. Everybody watches the fucking movie. I was living that fucking shit. Like it
So
was fucked up. The Judas would bring us down. We'd have to get down with the Negros, with the Norteños, with the Samoans, and it
it,
was fucking crazy.
it
Like
was
if
just
you fucking
it was just another branch of YA, but now you're doing it in the prison system. But
exactly,
but I mean, the
exactly,
craziest shit you went through in YA, unfortunately, prepared you for
got me
this.
ready.
Because
It
a lot
did
of
prepare
people,
me.
a lot of people also don't know Beaver. I remember YA fools are in YA lifting weights, pumping them up, whatever they're doing, thinking I'm gonna go to the joint. I'm gonna go to the joint. You're like
Yeah,
bracing yourself, preparing yourself to go to prison and do what you were doing. So when you're in
literally.
that as a YA baby, you're just taking it to that next level.
Yeah, it was like a dream come true. Honestly,
It was
everybody wanted to end up in prison.
people don't
And
understand that.
it's funny, yeah, because when you end up in prison, you see all the same people. And I tripped out because a lot of the people that were super firme raza in prison, they were just fucking nobodies.
Yeah.
They were nobodies. And a lot of this is another fucked up part. A lot of these people that went to prison ended up getting stabbed and fucked over right there because, like I told you, the Mexicans were raping Mexicans. So
Yeah,
when you go to
homie, that's
prison,
crazy, brother.
hey, that's a big no-no. If
Hmm.
somebody found out that you were not doing that shit in prison, boom, you're getting blasted.
Yeah, fuck
I seen a
yeah.
lot of homies go down like that
Wow,
because you
brother.
can't do that.
Yeah, yeah. So
So imagine here you are in YA, fucking little kids, but you don't know that when you go to prison, you're gonna get that.
yeah, homie. Yeah, there's some fools. I remember I was busted with some fools, and they caught charges in there. They caught straight rape charges for fucking. Like I saw this one gava. He was 18. He got a fool that was like 16 years old in the hole, and that fool got caught a rape charge for raping a minor or some molestation type shit,
Yeah,
homie. That's
yeah.
fucking nuts.
Imagine. So imagine when he goes to prison,
He's
it's
done.
over.
He's done, homie. He's done.
He
So
could never be GP. It's crazy.
so so you go to the joint. You do your 5 years.
Yeah.
You get out. Was that it for
So,
you, or was the
no,
reign of terror over? You're still going.
so I get out and I try to do good, and it just doesn't work out, because like I said, my mind is still not ready. Like this is now I know that I could just stay in my little room, and this is like my comfort zone.
Right.
But before I would like had different things, drugs, my homies, different things, which I still have my homies and everything, but it's more of a hey, how you guys doing?
That's
It's
right.
not like let's go kick it in the crack house or
That's right. Yeah. There's nothing there for you, homie. There's nothing there
I
for you.
can't I won't I don't do it because I know that my mind is not like theirs. Like I know that I'm not gonna sit there and watch pornos. I'm gonna sit there and be like, fuck, let's go blast somebody
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Yeah.
my mentality is different.
It's you go.
So
I get it. It's that mentality where you go from 0 to 60, homie. I don't got an in between. Either I'm gonna go full throttle or I'm not.
exactly. So I just learned, you know what? My best thing is not to put myself in a situation.
That's right.
Um, and it's not about being weak, but it's about understanding I can't handle that drug or I can't handle that situation.
But a lot of people they'll say stuff like that, but that's not weak, homie. You're the stronger man. It's easy to go kick it with the homies and smoke. It's easy to go party and get drunk. All that's the easy part. The hard part is getting up in the morning, knowing if you're
Yeah,
gonna drink a couple beers, drink a few just to chill. Get up in the morning, go to work, do your 40 hours a week, whatever it is, pay your rent, pay your dude. That's man shit, homie. The
yeah, it
criminal
is.
the criminal
It's
ways. It's
crazy because it's easy. They make you feel like that's your life, but little by little you could break out of it. I did it, and I was like knees deep in shit. Like people that been with me in prison know that I'm like a totally different person when I'm in prison.
right.
I don't do drugs, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. My mind is like 100% alert. You know. So to me, I'm on the streets. It's like my vacation time. Like I want to just take time off from that shit.
Yeah, but I used to say a phrase when I used to get out of YA. I used to be like, I'm on borrowed time. I'm just out here for the minute, and I'll be back in there.
Yeah.
But
No, literally.
yeah, yeah. But now we gotta change that, brother. So you went in there, you did your 5 years in the joint. You get out. How long were you out that time?
I was out this time. I was out for maybe 2 years, and I catch another case and go to the county, and this is when I shot my head. So I'm in Winston, and big old riot cracks off right with the
Hold on,
hood.
hold on. Say it
I'm
again.
only supposed to do
The
90
sound
violation.
the sound went off. So what happened? You got out of 5 years, and then what happened?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Okay, yeah. So what happened is, so I started YA, and I'm like fuck, I'm trying to do good,
Right,
go to prison, and I'm like fuck, I gotta start. I let my hair grow, try to change a little bit.
right,
But the reality is, I hadn't still cut the ties that I had. I still had stupid ties. So I ended up catching a case, and I go to county, and I'm just doing a normal violation,
right,
which is like 90 days, 6 months at the most.
right.
I'm there, but the thing is, when I'm in prison, I'm like all about the homies, and like I know what I have to do. I have like to me, that's like my job.
Yeah,
Like I punch in for a job. When I go to prison, that's my job. Like I just have to do my job.
and you do it
You know,
well.
I do it well exactly because I've been in jail so long.
Right,
So long story short, some shit happens, and we have to kick it off with the Uras, right? So since I had been in jail so long, I got something called polica, which means that you have good verbal skills. You're a very good communicator when it comes to people.
right.
But in reality, you're just a fucking manipulator. That's all you think. You think, yeah, honestly, that's what
Yeah,
happens. That's
hey, homie, you're honest. You're honest.
which is true because
Yeah.
here I am telling the homies that we're gonna be okay. When in my mind, I know that we're not gonna be okay. We're gonna get the shit beat
Oh,
out
you're
of
gonna.
us, and we're gonna get fucked up because with the Hudas you can't win.
Right,
But when I talk to them, I tell them, hey, you know what, homies, I'm gonna be with you. I'm gonna be front line with you. Fool. I'm gonna be out there with you guys. And so when I went to prison, like I told you, there was different transitions of homies.
right.
So I got a transition of where before we did something, it was almost like how Jesus broke bread with the disciples, right?
Yeah, homie.
So the people who laced me up would be like, you know what? In order to make a homie, you got to make him feel like you're his family. Like feed him, clothe him, bathe, like make him feel like I'm gonna ride with this motherfucker. So that's what
Yeah,
I would
yeah,
do.
yeah.
I would tell homies, hey, you know what? Are you hungry? Like te va. Hey, homie, are you cold? Here's a sweater. Hey, you need
That's
shoes? Like te va. Why? Not because I wanted friends or camaraderie, because we did that, but because I knew that in the long run, I was gonna need that favor. I was gonna be like, hey, homie, hold this real quick. Hey, homie, I need you to stab this fool real quick. And since I had been so nice to you, you wouldn't even want to think twice. You'd be like, yeah, I got your back, homie, don't trip.
this guy's got my best interest at heart.
Exactly. That's what everybody has.
But in reality, we all have our own fucking our own agendas, homie. Let's put it that way.
Exactly. And even though my intentions were good, I knew that we had to do bad. That's what it was.
Right.
You know.
So
And
so
so this shit's gonna crack off, and I make a big old spread with the homies. And the paisas, they don't want to get in, but they have to. They don't want to. So I fucking make up this big old speech, and I tell the paisas, hey, you know what? Mis papás, ellos son mexicanos. Like, don't fight because you don't like the cholos. Fight because you have children that are cholos. My parents come from Mexico just like you guys, and I start feeding them all this fucking bullshit, and they buy it.
yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah.
fucking I make some sopas. I fucking make everybody feel good, and the next day I tell them, hey, you know what? Tomorrow we all go. Fuck it. But they're like, fuck it, because the thing is, they're scared. But if they see one guy that's like the fucking leader that's gonna
Yeah,
jump and gonna
yeah,
roll,
yeah, yeah.
that takes the fear factor away. So I knew that I had to sacrifice myself for the greater cause, and I would always do it. I didn't give a fuck. I was like, fuck it, because the job's gonna get done. I
Right,
always see
right,
the big picture, like in YA.
right,
So sure enough, this shit happens, and the Juras come in, and they start calling out mail, and this is in the county in Wayside,
right.
like so and so, and that's not even my last name, but I go up there, and he's like, "Where's your shirt at?" And I was like, "I forgot it, sir." Like I was always real female with the Judas like that. And he goes, put your shirt on. And I was like, let me just get my mail, sir. And I go over there and I pretend I get my letter. As soon as I get it, boom, I fucking flipped it. Everybody fucking jumps. Everybody just rocking and rolling. And this fucking riot actually came out on the news, on the newspapers and everything. It was in 2008.
Okay.
It was fucking like the National Guard. Everybody had to go into Wayside.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that.
Remember that? So I
Yeah,
was
I
in
saw
that
that.
shit. I
Oh,
was in that motherfucker rocking it. We were fucking breaking beds. We were burning mattresses. We were fucking. They couldn't stop us. The reason why they stopped us, and it's stupid, but they stopped us. How? You know how?
no.
They came in with the big old fucking water hoses.
No way.
Those water hoses were dropping homies left and right.
And then you got concrete, so everybody's slipping everywhere and fucking falling.
Exactly. Those
Fuck.
motherfuckers were smart.
Oh,
Finally, they
fuck.
get us, right? They take all our clothes, only the Mexicans. They
Right.
take all the Mexicans to the yard, take all our fucking clothes out, handcuff us with those zip
The
ties,
zip ties, yeah.
leave us out there all fucking night. No bathroom, no beds, no blankets, no nothing.
Really? You get security risk.
They have us all out there. So when all this shit happens, one of the Judas is telling me to stop, right? And I'm fucking up one of the Judas with my homeboy.
Right.
So I don't see this guy. He fucking shoots with a block gun, which is like
Right.
bah, breaks busts my eardrum. So right now out of my ear, I can't hear nothing.
Oh, really? You're still fucking deaf out of that ear.
I'm dead. I could get disability and all that bullshit, but I don't get that shit. I'd rather just work, you know.
That's
Fucking
right.
$800 they're gonna give me, honestly,
That's
not even
right.
worth it.
That's right. So after that riot, you end up catching a case over that shit?
I caught a case.
Yeah.
Assaulting a peace officer. So now they fucking take me to the fucking hole, and I'm thinking they're not gonna pick it up. But sure enough, a bunch of people said it was me, blah blah blah, and all this bullshit. Vámonos. Back to prison I go.
How much
I
time
go
did you
to
end up getting?
prison. I went with 2 years, and I ended up doing another 5 years because I started fucking up in prison again. Because the thing is, once I go to prison, I always set up shop, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
set up shop and I start doing stupid shit, you know. I'm
You-
always up to the same bullshit. And now it was fucked up because I have get out of jail free card. Because technically in prison I'm considered disabled now.
oh,
So
good.
instead of because of my hearing,
Yeah,
right? So
yeah, yeah.
instead of using it as a flaw, I use it to my favor. You know, because now I could go to the clinic whenever I want. I could get more access
You
to
got
different
movement,
shit.
homeboy. You got movement.
So I fucking tell the homies, hey, use me, homie. Let's do this shit. I got access to everything. So I just imagine here I am in prison with this fucking, and I wear glasses in prison with 2 hearing aids, you know. So who's gonna think that this guy? And then I have to wear a handicap vest, a yellow big ass. I swear to God.
Ah,
Hey,
fool.
you know what the who used to call me in prison?
What's it?
Chaleco,
Chaleco? Because he comes with the fucking yellow chaleco on.
because the yellow vest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah.
and it's funny because when I first got to prison, the cops are like, "Oh, this fucking retard," la la la, like
Oh,
laughing at me.
dicks.
But little did they know, I'm under their noses,
Running
fucking running
game.
them up,
Running
running
game.
them up,
Yeah,
running
yeah.
them up. Fucking drugs, cell phones.
The whole shit.
I was fucking running chaos,
So
chaos right there.
now you go in there, you get your 2, you got another 5. So far you're at 5, 10, you're about 7, you're about like 20, no, you're what, 17 years in so far.
Almost, yeah.
All right.
So
So
now I get out. And I'm out, and I get busted again. I get busted this last time that I got out, and I fucking I'm like, you know, fuck, like I'm tired, you know. And it was fucked up because they were gonna wash me up. They were trying to wash me up.
yeah, of course. You were fucking
They're like,
such a
you know
repeat
what?
offender.
Exactly. He was like, you're a fucking career criminal. You're always
Absolutely.
here. And he goes, look at all these fucking assaults, all these fucking cases that I would catch him. All because when you stab somebody in prison, it still goes on your record, but
Right.
you know it doesn't get charged to it.
Whether they pick it up
You
or
know?
not, it's still on your record.
Exactly. So he's just seen all these fucking assault, and they're like, what the fuck? And then so finally he goes, you know what? We're gonna make it a three strikes case, and I already have two strikes. So it's my birthday, right? And I told the fucking judge, like, look, I know you want to give me all day, and I don't blame you for doing it. Like, I do deserve it. I did fuck up my life, and I have made fucked up choices. I said, but look, I'm only 20 something at the. I was like 26, 28 at the time,
Right.
and I told him I want to get out and I want to be because I had kids already. I had two kids, but I didn't even know them because I was always in jail, right?
Right. Right.
So I told him I just want one solid chance, and he looks out, and he goes, "Today's your birthday, right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "I'm gonna give you a deal right now." And I was like, "What's my deal?" I'm thinking it's gonna be like a year or two. He goes, 5 years with 80%. Take it
Another
or leave it.
five.
And I'm just like, fuck. So I talked to the DA, I mean the public defender, right? And he's like, bro, take it.
Yeah.
He's like, they're gonna wash you up, man. So I'm like, fuck it. Signed another fucking five, man.
Y
I
vámonos.
signed another 5 years, and now I'm like on my third prison number, and I
Right.
go back to fucking prison, and I'm just like, fuck, man. And it's the same shit, the same problem, same politics, same crazy shit.
At this point, were you starting to change a little bit mentally? Were you starting to like, dude, I gotta get the fuck away from this fucking shit, or did you
It
just go back to the same old
started
program?
happening towards the end of my term
Right.
because the thing was like I grew up like wanting to be a homie. I grew up for the respect. I grew up for everything. You know, like I was the ideal candidate to be
Yeah.
forever. You know, like
You,
one of those guys.
yeah,
Like
yeah. That's what you were
I
striving
wanted
for. That's what you were striving for.
exactly, exactly. And I had the I did my I did my dirt. I did
Right.
good dirt. And at the end of the day, like towards the end of my term, I started seeing like fuck this. Like I told you, there was times where I fucking had hits on my head, you know, and
Right.
my celly didn't even go out to yard. He was like, "I'm not gonna go," and I'm like, "Fool, what do you mean I'm gonna go?" I said, "Look, fool, we're going. We're fucking going. If we get fucking hit, we're gonna go out like gangsters. So fuck it." I fucking went. I got a big old fucking shank, and I was like, "Let's rock and roll. I'm gonna go out like a G." And I just started seeing how it was so easy to get fucking fucked over, And I started
Yeah.
thinking like, God damn, like I gave my life to this shit. And after everything that was said and done and everything I did, and just like that,
Nothing,
and
homie.
yeah, like a snip of a finger, that's it.
The only thing you've got is you've got lost years. Lost
Honestly,
years. That's it, brother. There's no
I lost a lot of years.
401k. There's no 401k. There's no retirement plan. There's next somewhere. They just say next, and here comes the next guy.
Yeah, and it's crazy because like I have a lot of respect for the homies, the good homies that I
That's
met,
right.
but I met some solid ass people, but it was like there's so many people that are just fake and out to fuck somebody over, and I'm just like, fuck that shit. And I started thinking about my whole time in YA and thinking about this, and I'm just like, fuck am I striving for?
Too many people
What
are
am I
trying to
gonna
break homies instead of make homies.
exactly, exactly, and it's fucked up because that's what happened. I started seeing, like I told you, my homies, well, people in jail
Yeah.
offering 19, 20-year-old kids fucking heroin,
Oh yeah,
shooting up with
homie.
them.
Yeah.
And this is sad because that's what they would do. They would get them strung out so they could fucking get strung out, ask their family for money, and now they could get high together.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I would
Absolutely.
tell the homies, fool, this fool did it. Like you came to fucking prison, not fucking slamming, and you're gonna leave a tecato.
Yeah, homie. Nowadays, unfortunately, even out here, like in my neighborhood, you got guys that are 16 years old fucking slamming dope, homie.
Imagine that shit.
Yeah, that's some fucked up
Imagine that.
shit. Instead of an older homie being like, "Hey, carnal, this ain't for you, homie. Straight up, this ain't for you." It's like, yeah, they want to give it to you,
Exactly.
so they got somebody else now that can do a robbery with them, get the dope, and they got somebody else say, misery loves company, homie. Misery loves company.
Exactly.
That's the
Exactly. And that's where I started bumping heads with a lot of the gente. Because I
right.
would tell them, I know we have to sell drugs. I know we have to do tranzas to keep money flowing.
Of course,
But why do we have to fuck our own people?
that's poison, homie. It's poison.
Yeah, exactly. This is what I always said. If you're a tecato already, fuck it. I'll feed you poison.
Yeah,
But
homie.
you already chose your path. I'm not gonna open up the door for somebody like that. And I
Right.
never did. I never
Right.
did. I was like, fuck that. I'm not gonna do that. I never did.
So,
Other
so,
people would do it.
so you ended up doing 4 to 5 years out of that
Another,
last sentence. So at the end of the day, Beeves, you ended up doing 20 to 22 fucking years in the joint, NYA, altogether. That's more than half of your life, right?
literally,
I mean, right now, how old are you?
37.
Okay, so you're 37. I think you've been out for what, like 5 years now, 5, 6 years.
Yeah, this is the
So,
longest I've been out in my life.
and how's it feel, brother?
It was good, man. Honestly,
What was
and
it?
I don't have the money I had before. I don't have that respect. I don't have that people like, hey, how you doing? Hey, but you know what? I have, like you said, my freedom. I have,
Mhm.
I have something more, and I
You,
still have my issues. Like I told you, I have a
of
lot of
course,
personal issues,
of
but
course.
I just say, fuck it. I'd rather deal with this shit than, have to keep doing the same thing over and over.
Yeah, see, that's what people don't understand, man. You can work a 9 to 5 job, not have as much money as you did when you're slanging dope, doing all that shit, but you're so much richer,
Yeah,
brother. You're so much wealthier, man. You got your freedom, carnal. You got your.
exactly like you said. You can't put a price on that shit.
You can't put a price in it because regardless, what people don't understand either is, especially guys, young kids, let's say, man, because we have some young kids. That's what we do this for, to try to teach these young guys. They sit
Yeah,
there and join gangs. They sit there and think, I'm gonna run my own program, do what the fuck I want. I'm being a rebel. And they don't understand that joining the gang and going to jail and going to prison, you're gonna always run somebody's program, homie. You're not gonna be free.
exactly. You're never gonna be free. You're gonna just be another number,
Yeah,
another person. Another. You know what they told me when I joined everything was you're always gonna be a piece of the game. Like
yeah,
you're either gonna be a pawn, you're gonna be a rook, you're gonna be a whore. I mean, a bishop.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And how this person can use you is what piece you're gonna be.
And
Or
it's
you
what
know what I can use. Let's say if you're only good for so much, you're a pawn.
yeah, yeah,
If
yeah,
you're able to move and also do actions, you know what, you're a rook.
yeah,
You know, if you're able to do different tranzas and still functional, you're a bishop.
yeah.
But
You
it's
could be, you
very
could.
few people who end up
Yeah,
kings.
but the thing is, you could be a knight, you could be anything else, but one day that knight's no good no more, and you're back to being a pawn, homeboy. That's the fucking problem.
Exactly,
That's the
exactly,
fucking
because that's
problem,
how
brother.
chess is played.
That's a
And
chess.
in the end of the day, you're not making the move. Somebody else is making
There,
that move.
there you
Tell me
go,
that's not
brother.
a crazy ass fucking metaphor.
That's money, homie. That's somebody who knows how to play chess. I hate hearing guys that always say this. I play chess, not checkers. And I'm like, oh, you know how to play chess? Let's play. Motherfuckers don't know how to play chess. I'm like, nah.
They don't know how to play chess.
That's
Exactly.
that's that's chess, homie. That's chess.
Chess is a mind game. It's
Yeah,
it's it's a way of how you the way I look at it is no matter how many pieces you have to sacrifice, at the end you still want the same.
yeah,
You want to
yeah,
win.
yeah.
And you're
Absolutely,
gonna
brother.
use different
At
tactics
at
of
any
winning.
cost, at any cost in anybody's lives, brother.
Exactly.
So
And
you know you know
that's
you
what
know
the
what
kids need to see.
you know what kills me when I speak to guys like you, and I speak to a lot of guys who came out of prison, who've been there for a long time, and a lot of guys who are the writers. They're some of the smartest guys you ever meet.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Honestly.
like you. Do you think if you would have grown up in a next to normal neighborhood, lifestyle wise, you would have got bumped up in grades? I mean, dude, you could have been anything you wanted. You could have been a
Oh, I
lawyer.
know.
You,
Yeah.
but instead
Honestly.
we use it for evil.
Exactly. That's what they say. Our determination is for the wrong thing. And it's crazy because most people don't realize that some people think, oh yeah, we want the homies to not be able to read. We want the homies to be stupid. But in reality, that's not the truth. Anybody that you meet that's a real homie, they want you to educate yourself. They want you to know
Yeah.
about your cultura. They want you to know who you are, where you came from, what you can do to expand your mind. Like all day,
Right.
they want you to read.
Right.
Read, read, read,
Right.
read.
Right.
Pa,
Right.
pa, pa,
Yeah.
pa.
Knowledge is power, homeboy.
And
Knowledge is power.
exactly, exactly. But like you said, we use it for the wrong fucking thing.
Yeah, brother. So what would you say to anybody who's young, thinking about going down that gang life? And I mean, homie, you've been through the whole fucking spectrum of it, carnal. You were YA, did all those years. You were in the joint fucking 3 different times, all for the hood, all for the game. Was it all worth it at the end of the day?
At the end of the day, I could say I learned certain things. Like I learned, manners when I went to prison. I didn't know
Right.
about manners on the streets. I learned what it was to stand up for what you believe in. Was it for the wrong things? You could say yes, but I don't regret it because it made me who I am.
Right.
I know that if I lose my job, I'm gonna find a job.
That's
If I
right.
be homeless, I'll fucking get a home. If I'm alone, I can find myself. But what I can tell people is, if you have to get high, you have to get drunk to be that person in the gang on the street to kick it. That's not for you. Because when you go to jail, there's no getting high. There's no being drunk. And even if there is, eventually you're just gonna be disposed of. Like, you're not gonna be looked at as something that you want to be looked at. So in the end, it's like, you really want to gamble with your life like that? Because there's very few people who are strong-minded enough. Because you could
Right.
be down, you could be crazy, you could be the biggest killer there is.
Right.
But I learned when I went to prison, there's always gonna be somebody crazier. There's always gonna be somebody downer, somebody smarter.
Right.
So really, what are you gonna get? You have to, and that's what I say to the kids. Really think about it. Think about it good, because right now it's all cool, and you're making quick money, but in reality, what's gonna happen? The money's gonna be gone. The feds are gonna pick you up. Your phone's
Yeah.
gonna get tapped. Your homie's gonna snitch.
Yeah,
There's
brother.
no more loyalty in the game.
No,
Back in the
The
day,
G code's dead, homie. The G code's dead,
gone,
carnal. The G code's dead.
gone,
That shit,
gone.
yeah, yeah. People don't understand that. It's
Yeah,
gone, homie. People are snitching all day long. They don't give a fuck.
exactly. So what are you really fighting for? What are you? There's no more honor. There's no more nothing. It's gone.
Right. Right.
So it's like, what are you really a part of?
Hey,
Well,
is I don't know. Is your mom still around?
yeah, yeah. My mom and my dad.
So
Well, my stepdad.
how have your parents gone through this whole fucking crazy adventure of you, man? How
Uh,
much of a toll did that take out on moms, homie? Because
yeah, my mom.
that's
She
rough,
went
brother.
through it, man. She went through it bad. Well, just imagine, she was. I was her little baby. I
Yeah,
was the
mijo,
baby
you're
of the
mijo, you're mijo, carnal.
and she does feel guilty because she wasn't there and everything. She used to blame herself, and I told her, don't blame yourself. Like, that
No,
was a choice that
absolutely
I
not.
made.
Yeah,
That was my
absolutely,
decision.
absolutely, absolutely.
And it's crazy because out of all the kids, I'm the worst fucking kid
Yeah,
as far as going to jail and all that.
right?
But as far as being a son, I'm a good kid. I've never cussed at my mom. I've never hit her. I've never raised my voice to her. Nothing ever.
You never disrespected her
Because
like
I
that,
already knew. Because I know what I put her through. Just
right?
imagine you having to go visit your kid in YA every weekend. And she was fucking solid, man.
Wow.
And I'm not gonna lie, she would go every weekend at first, and little by little the visit stopped.
Yeah, yeah,
She'd
yeah,
always
yeah.
write, you know. She always sent me my $20, 30, $50. She always sent me something.
Mom's was there for you,
And she
solid,
never gave
homeboy.
up on me. She never gave up on me,
That's
man.
right. That's right. So
Crazy.
how has your mom been now that you've been out for this finally long
Oh,
amount
she's
of
happy.
time?
She's happy. She's happy because even though I get into trouble here and there, it's not like serious trouble like that. I'm not going to prison. I'm not catching cases. Like, it's nothing crazy like that. I don't make the same mistakes, because I'm just like, fuck. And I worry because my
Is it
mom's already older.
is it are you thinking about it a little bit more, or what's changed from the last time that you went in now that you're out here now?
It was just everything, because I'm already 37. I'm gonna be
Right.
38 this year. So just imagine, if I get busted like with anything, I can't carry a gun because I'm a two
Yeah.
striker. I'll get
Yeah.
washed
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. You're fucked.
I have to carry like a screwdriver or a fucking little knife, and not even a certain kind of knife because I can
Right.
get
Right.
time for that
Right.
too.
Got to be some shit for work.
You know, so I just have to be more precautious about what I do now. Because I already know I'm gonna get doubled up, and I think about my mom like, fuck, and my kids. Like, man, imagine my little daughter was 9 months when I went to jail, and she was 6 almost when I got out. My other daughter was 3 years old, and she was 8 when I got out. And it hurts me. It hurts me because I wasn't there, for her, and
Right.
it sounds fucked up, but it was painful for me to even write them. Like, I couldn't write them, I couldn't do nothing
Right.
because I knew that if I would write to them, it would make me soft. It would soften my
Fuck,
heart,
man.
and I
Fuck.
couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I was one of those guys that I would sit on Sundays and write letters, and I would just crumble them up and flush them in the toilet because I knew that if I sent her that letter, like, it would affect my jail mentality.
That shield you carried around, homeboy.
Exactly. And I know she's too little to understand now, but I know when she gets older, like, she'll understand that I had to do choices that I didn't have a choice. I didn't have a choice, like I have a choice now. That's
So
why.
how's your relationship with your kids now?
Well, my kids, I'm building it up from scratch pretty much, just like I'm
Right,
raising them all over again.
right, right.
And it's hard because I wasn't there, and my kids throw it in my face,
Of
like,
course. Yeah, they're going to for a while. They're going to.
I tell her like, it's not my fault. Like it was my fault, but it
Yeah,
wasn't my fault. You know
right.
what I mean? It was my past that always comes back to haunt me. And that's what I always tell people. Like if we kick it, like I can only kick it certain ways, because if something happens, if there's a fight, or if something cracks off, I'm fucked.
Yeah, yeah, for
I always
sure,
have to
brother.
be cautious of that.
For sure. So now are you do you see yourself having any like PTSD type issues? I mean
So like
sleeping or
I told you that story that I ended up fucking getting busted. Remember?
oh that's right. No, tell us a story, brother.
Okay, so I'm in a prison, whatever, and so at this time I'm doing my thing with cell phones. I'm pushing cell phones, right? And it's crazy because the people are like, "How do you get cell phones?" Pretty self-explanatory.
Right.
Where are we getting them from? So long story short, I fucking I get involved in some bullshit like always. And the thing is, since when I'm in prison, people like to sleep on the bottom bunk, but I always like to be on the top because on the top you could see the window and you could see everything through the window. So I like to be like straight hawk mode.
Right, right.
So I'm asleep and I hear the steps like, and I'm
Uh,
like, fuck. So I tell my celly, get up, fool. Like they're gonna fucking raid us. And he's like, how do you know? And I was like, Dick, who else are they gonna hit? We're the only ones with stupid shit.
right, right.
So we start fucking flushing everything, all the fucking drogas, all the kites, everything. And this fool doesn't want to fucking flush the phone. And I'm just like, motherfucker, flush that shit. They're already banging on the door. Like, open the motherfucking door. I had the door covered so they can't see.
Yes, I don't want
And
to
I
open
have
it.
a chancla and I have a nail clipper like this. So it's like a lock. So
Yeah,
they
yeah,
can't
yeah.
open the door. So they're like, open the fucking door. We're gonna fucking they call it when they take you out, like I don't know if it's called
Extraction.
extrusion or extraction.
Yeah, yeah,
They
yeah.
take you out. And I tell my homie, get this fucking shit done, fool. Like break that motherfucker. I break my phone. Bah! He doesn't want to break his fucking phone. I'm like, fuck, home. So I get that shit, and because I know that we've been doing a lot of controversial calls on the
Right.
cell phone. So I already know they're called gooners. I don't know if you know what a gooner is. A gooner is a guy who's they're called stupid. They're the gang unit, like in jail. They're specialized cops that look into like people that are trafficking drugs, gang
The
activity.
investigators in there.
Exactly. They're called the Ninja Turtles.
Okay. Yeah,
Special task force. That's what
because
they
the
are.
goon
They come.
squad with the fucking uniform.
Oh, literally, they're the
Yeah,
goon
yeah,
squad.
yeah,
They
yeah,
come
yeah.
in
The
with
goon squad,
masks
homie.
and the
Yeah,
shields,
yeah,
everything.
yeah.
They're like legit, and they always come to your house like at 5 in the morning. They come
Like
early in the
like the
morning.
cops when they raid you, fool.
Literally,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's
literally,
the
and
same shit.
yeah, same shit. So my homie doesn't want to break the fucking phone. I get that shit. I'm like, fuck it, vámonos.
Vámonos.
I hoop that shit. So my celly is like, fuck, and I was like, everything's gone, right? And he goes, yeah. I just take off my clothes and I get on my bed and I start reading a book. And I tell my celly, open the door, fool. He opens it and he pretends like he's taking a shit. And he's like, get the fuck on the ground. And I was like, what's going on, sir? Like, what's happening? And they throw us on the ground and I'm in my boxers. That fool's like, where's the fucking drugs? Where's everything at? I was like, I don't got nothing, sir. And so they handcuff us, bam. And I tell them, hey, I can't see. Let me get my hearing aids and my glasses.
Oh yeah, you're the jacket guy.
Exactly, I'm the jacket guy. And the thing is, they have to respect that. It's called the Armstrong shit, the 88,
Yeah,
88
yeah, 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 yeah. ADA.
American Disability Act. They
Disability
have to
Act.
respect it.
Yeah.
So they get my chaleco, they put my little chaleco on me, and they put my hearing aids on me, and they take me out. So now we're in the cages, right? And my fucking celly's like, fuck, where's that thing at? And I was like, shut up, fool. Like, they're hearing us, fool. I was like, I got it. Like, don't trip. So this fool, I don't know if he heard us. I don't know what the fuck it was. But he ends up taking us to fucking potty watch. And I don't know if people know what potty watch is. Potty watch is when they fucking handcuff you to a metal bar and you have your pants down and you have one free hand just to clean your ass.
Right.
And I'm just like, fuck, man. So the whole day I'm refusing the food because I know that if I eat, I'm gonna have to
Right.
shit.
Right.
So I refuse it all day long. My celly, he gets out because he don't have nothing. He's shit.
Right.
He's clean. So there was this fucking stupid ass sergeant named Maldonado who fucking hated me. Like this fool hated me. He hated me because he knew that no matter how many times he raided me, he never caught me with nothing.
Right.
He never
But
fucking caught me with
he
nothing.
knew you
Never,
were
never.
dirty.
He knew I was dirty, but he couldn't prove it
Right.
because I was clean about my talking. I was clean about my transactions. I
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
clean
Yeah.
about everything, you know. And like I said, I looked like a retard. I had long ass hair,
This
glasses.
dick.
Like you would never think. You would
Right.
never think
Right.
I'm the one running them up.
Right.
So finally, I have to shit, and I'm like, fuck, man, like shit. So I shit, and there's a camera right there watching you, right? So I'm just like, fuck. And I'm like, I know that I can't get busted with this fucking phone
Right.
because this phone has, like I said, phone calls and
Right. Right.
stupid
Right.
shit. Because with that chip, they could track everything down.
Absolutely.
So I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I gotta do what I gotta do. I pull the fucking phone out of the toilet and I fucking break that motherfucker on the phone on the floor. And I'm just like, fuck. And I just imagine, está todo lleno de caca and
Oh
everything. I'm just like,
yeah, homie. Oh
because I didn't, like I told you, I didn't use a glove or nothing because it was last minute.
yeah. Yeah. It was raw.
It was raw, and I'm just like, fuck, man. So now the camera lets the cops know what's happening. So the cops, you hear them running down the hallway
Right.
to
Right.
get me, and I'm just like, fuck this shit, man. Like I can't get caught with this because I know I'll get stabbed if I get caught with this.
Right.
So I fucking get the phone, I break the fucking back piece, I get the chip, I eat that motherfucker.
Ah, dick.
I'm eating the chip, I'm eating my own shit just to not get caught with what I'm gonna get caught with. Finally, this fool Maldonado comes in and he goes, starts laughing, and I'm just like, what the fuck's so funny? And here I have caca like in my
Ah,
mouth, like I'm just
dick.
like, yeah, fucked up, trying to get rid of the evidence. And this fool looks at me, he goes, you know what? Anybody that's willing to eat their own shit is down for their shit on my book.
Oh
And he
fuck.
fucking gives me a rag. I clean my face, lets me go.
No
Lets me
way.
fucking go back. So I'm thinking it's all good. And I think it's the end, right? He ends up moving me to another yard because he knows that I'm fucking shit up in B yard.
Right.
He moves me to C yard. But little does he know that all he's doing is opening my network.
Right.
Because
Right.
now I have this access and I have this access. And I'm just fucking
Yeah.
flooding both yards now.
Right. Right.
He literally did me a favor. He did me a favor. I made up a bigger network.
Right. So then
So,
so what happened after this?
okay, so when I get out of fucking prison, I'm thinking it's gonna, let's go home and that's it, right? I get out and I see this white van, and I'm like, "What the fuck is this?" Like, I don't know what the fuck this is, but I'm just like, all right, because I've been up north, and up north they take you in the white van to
To the
the
Greyhound or something?
Greyhound,
Right.
the Amtrak. I'm thinking that's what it is. But we get
Right.
on the fucking freeway, and I'm just like, where are we going, right? I'm like, what the fuck? And we pull up in San Bernardino, and I'm just like, what are we doing here? And I'm thinking, okay, maybe I have a case or something
Right.
that's
Right.
open here, and I gotta fucking come here and see the judge.
So are you cuffed on
So
this on the in the van at this time?
yeah, we're cuffed and I'm still cuffed and everything.
But you think
And
you're
I'm
getting
just weird,
released?
but I'm released.
Okay.
So it's weird though. I'm just like, what the fuck is this? So we pull up and we pull up to that fucking crazy home in San Bernardino, that Patton's, whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm just like, what are we doing here? So they're like, hey, get naked. And I'm just like, fuck, man. I'm just like, maybe they're just fucking with me. I don't know what it is.
Right.
Take off
Right.
my
Right.
clothes. And first thing I do is they want me to talk to the psych. And, in prison, the homies cannot talk to the psych.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
against the rules. You can't do it. So I'm like, hey, I can't talk to you. And she goes, look, the same prison,
Right.
you're going to have to talk to somebody. So it's 30 days, 90 days. I'm refusing every day. Like, fuck, I can't talk to you, because I'm not sure of what they're doing,
Yeah.
what they're plotting.
Right.
Finally, the fucking head nurse comes up to me and goes, look, same prison, you need to talk to somebody. Because if you don't, she goes, they're going to keep you here. And I'm
Straight
just
up.
like, they got to let me go. But they didn't. they kept me there for 18 months,
Oh
and
fuck.
it's and I'm supposedly out, you know, but I'm not out because I'm literally in there, and it's crazy. Like I told you, the fucking stupid staff were fucking the crazy girls. The fucking crazy people were having sex with the crazy girls.
So
You know,
you so it was a co-ed thing in that nut house or whatever you gonna call it,
that one was co-ed. There was half of it that was co-ed, and then there was the solitude confinement, which is where I was at right here.
right?
Like it was one solid hallway. And then the people that got visits and would go watch TV would be on this side. And you could be out there just walking around, talking to whoever, doing whatever. It was like a little city, but just full of crazy people.
Was it
And it
cells
was
or
fucked up.
was it bedrooms? What was it?
It was all bedrooms, like rooms. Like the door had a glass like this, but it had a door. And they would like say if you're acting up, they give
Yeah,
you your food slot. But you could either have a roommate or you could have no roommate.
right.
You know, depending on what your situation was, because those people that are really like 5150
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there, you know.
fuck yeah, homie.
So, like I was telling you, this lady, right? She starts diagnosing me, telling me all this shit. Like, you have this, you have that, and I was like, fucking crazy. But in reality, in my mind, I'm just like, God damn, like she's fucking right.
Oh fuck,
Like
right.
she's hitting it on the money. She was telling me that I had got beat up as a kid. She said this, she said this, that I had father issues. She said all kinds of fucking shit. But I'm just like denying everything because I'm just
Yeah,
like, I don't know what you're talking about. But in
right, right,
reality, she was on the money. She was on the fucking money, right? But I just never admitted to it. I never wanted her to feel like she broke me.
right.
And like I was telling you, I'm fucking kicking it right there, and it's 18 months into me being there, almost
Fuck.
2 years. And era una negrita, and her name was Miss Bishop, but she was a actual counselor, like a psychiatrist.
Right,
She'll sit me down. She'd always give me coffee because I like drinking coffee in the morning. And she goes, "Okay, how do you feel?" And I was like, "I feel good." And she goes, "I see you're refusing your medicine." And I was like, "I'm not crazy, you know. I'm not gonna take medicine if I don't need medicine." And they're like, "Look, Victor, you've had these issues, blah blah blah." She goes, "I want you to think about your situation from my point of view." And I was like, "What do you mean?" And she goes, "What sane person eats their own shit?"
fuck.
And I'm like, "I already told you, I ate my shit because I had to eat my shit. I didn't eat my shit because like I wanted to, because I was hungry. Like I ate my shit because I had to. You know, I had to do my job." And
Survival.
she goes, "So what job are we talking about? Like, what is it? What did you get paid for this job?" And I was like, "No." So this is an argument we always had back and forth.
Right,
You know, so finally she gives me this paper. Like I told you, she always give me this paper. And she goes, "Look, Victor, just sign this paper and we'll start your treatment and you'll get out sooner than sooner." And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking sign." I said, "Because I know that if I sign, I'm saying I'm crazy. I'm
right,
saying that what you said was right, even though I knew that it was right, like the PTSD, the multi personality disorder, the fucking schizophrenia. A lot of the shit she said was right. Like it
right,
was really true. Like I know it was true. You know, the fucking depressants I was supposed to take, it was right. It
right,
was true. But I just didn't want to give it satisfaction. So I never fucking signed. So that day she goes up to me and she goes, "So you're not gonna sign?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not gonna fucking sign. I'm not crazy. Like I know." I would always tell her because I had read a book. Like I told you when I was in prison,
right,
you know, I would read a lot of books, right? So there's this book called The Art of War.
right,
You know, there's the laws of attraction, the 40 laws of power, and this book called Art of War, right? I read it like the first time I went to prison. And I don't remember who wrote it, but I know that it said like because it had different quotes about different generals and different people, different leaders who
right,
like went to war and how they won or how they lost the war. You know, this is the kind of shit they would make us read in jail.
right,
So one of the phrases that really caught my eye was insanity is not reality. Insanity is a state of mind. And who knows what it means. But to me, how I interpret it
right,
was I'm only insane if I accept it. So if I don't accept insanity, I'm not insane because my mind is still not grasping the concept of being insane,
Right.
you know. So that's what I would tell her, and she'll be like, "Do you know how stupid that sounds?" I'll be
Fuck.
like, "I'll be like, I don't give a
Fuck.
fuck."
Oh,
Yeah, she would tell
fuck.
me that. I'll be like, "I don't give a fuck. I'm not crazy." So finally, I don't sign the fucking paper, and she looks at me and she goes, "You're not gonna sign, huh?" And I'm like, "No." And she goes, "Okay." She goes, "You're free to go." And I'm like, "What?" And she goes, "Get your stuff." And I go to my fucking room, I get my stuff, they give me my clothes, and I'm out.
That's it.
Literally,
After 18 months of that shit, and that was it.
tell me
Fuck.
that's not fucking crazy.
Dude, you've been
Just imagine, this is what I always think about. What if I would have signed?
you would have
You
probably
know?
got you probably got stuck in the nut house, homeboy. You could have probably been in the cuckoo's nest forever.
Exactly. I wouldn't be here making this interview. I wouldn't be with my kids again. I wouldn't have my job. I wouldn't have met the girl that I love. I wouldn't have met shit. I wouldn't have done shit. I would have never been a comedian. I would have never done nothing.
Wow, brother. So now you've gone through all this insane journey. Now you're living as regular of a life as you can possibly get after being what you're going through.
Yeah.
And what's the next phase? Are you trying to do this comedy thing to make a living out of it? Is it like what is it? What's the word I'm looking for?
A career. A
Well, not
career.
a career, but it's also like therapy. Is it also therapeutic for you?
Yeah. Honestly, it is. To me, it is, honestly. Because I sit up there and I say stories about me being in jail, and people trip out on it and they're like, "Oh my god, that's it's so funny." But in my mind, I'm like, "Damn, that really happened to me." Like, man,
Right. It's,
I
it's
did
your
get,
reality.
and it's crazy because when I go on stage and they see me, they automatically think like, "Fuck, the worst," But I start cracking jokes right away, and I make fun of myself. I always
Right.
tell people when I go out there, "Hey, nobody panic. This is not a robbery. It's a fucking comedy show."
That's right.
So I welcome the people in. I always
Yeah.
tell people this is not Victory Outreach, church. This is fucking, the Laugh Factory. And it's crazy because I've been to the Ice House, I've been to the House of Blues, I've
That's
been
right.
to the Comedy Store. Like the Comedy Store, I shut that fucker down. Like
Really?
down.
That's what's
I was
up,
only
brother.
supposed to do 8 minutes, and I was up there for like 15 minutes,
That's right. That's right. So
just
what?
talking shit.
So when this whole coronavirus thing is over, are you gonna? You got anything booked up, or how does that work
I
out
have
for you?
3 gigs. I had a whole bunch of gigs, right, that I was gonna do, but you know how that shit fucked everything.
Yeah, yeah, brother. It
So
stopped the world.
yeah, so I have a bunch of different promoters, like in different areas, that'll get me the gigs, right?
Right.
So they're already hitting me up, like, hey, it's gonna be done in April, May, like let's get this shit rolling,
Right. That's right.
because they know when I go out there, I fucking rock and roll.
So
Because I look at it like I already suffered, I already paid my dues. Now this is my time to live, it's
that's right, brother. That's right.
because everybody gets to do it. Everybody partied, everybody had females, and
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
everybody
yeah.
did all this. It was my turn.
So now let's kind of wrap this thing up.
Yeah.
Where can people find you on Instagram? Where can people find you? I don't know if you got a YouTube channel going. Where can people find you if they wanna see you?
So pretty much, if they want to see some of my stuff, my Instagram name is YOUNGBEAVZ.COMEDY. Facebook, Victor Zapata. YouTube, YOUNGBEAVZ.COMEDY, Victor Zapata, and they can see a lot of my shows that I have on YouTube. See me in action and shit.
And if you, to me, I would tell you, you should actually really work on that YouTube. Just not even just the comedy, brother. Just like this, man. You've got some great fucking stories, and you can talk, homie. You got that verbiage like you were saying, carnal. But
The
but
Tolica.
that you got the torica, but you can use it in a positive way, homeboy, to show guys that went out of your struggle and you're doing your thing, brother. So, um,
Yeah.
any last words? Any shout outs you want to give out there? Maybe to your mom and dad or whoever you want to do, homeboy.
I want to say, this is what I always say. When I was little, had no fucking awards. Had shit, and I ended up graduating, got my GED, and I don't know if you can see it. Look, I actually got a certificate from the Secretary of the State. I don't know if you
Yeah,
can
I
see
see
that
that.
shit.
That's right.
Yeah,
And what is
Secretary
that
of the
for?
motherfucking state.
And What, is, what?
It's for this show that I did.
Oh, is that
I did a
right?
show for these fools. Yeah, I did a show for the Huras and shit. And
Right.
so they're recognizing me for just giving back to the community. I mean, it's crazy because when the secretary is giving me the fucking award, right? I tell her, hey, you know what? I used to be a ward of the state, and now the fucking state's giving me awards. Like,
That's right,
that's
brother.
fucking crazy.
That's what's up, brother.
So this is what I say to everybody seeing this channel, everybody seeing this video. Anything is fucking possible. You know, in Spanish they say todo se puede. Just because you suffered and wasted 10, 20 years, fuck it, that don't mean your life's over. You lost 20 years, live 30 good ones.
That's
You
right,
know?
carnal. That's right, carnal.
Shout out to my mom, to everybody who's ever believed in me. You know, shout out to you for giving me a chance to be on this interview, you
Oh, no,
know?
absolutely, man. Thank you, homie. Thank you very much for sharing your story, brother. So I'm sure this will not be the last time we see you, brother, and we'll be in
Oh, no,
contact,
no.
carnal. So
Hell yeah.
thanks for coming out, brother, and I'll catch you later.